Man, we are on day 2 of the off season, and I'm already tired of it. I'm already sick of it. The things that we have to talk about are just unfortunate, but I feel like it's out there. It's in our universe, and it's dealing with a player with the 49ers. And, Jonathan Feliciano has already kind of been out there with this back and forth with Spencer Burford. He's apologized. He's taken ownership for that. And I understand kind of that situation that was playing out. He was standing up for his teammate, but kind of indirectly, uh, you know, got Spencer Burford under some fire. So they've addressed that. They've put that to bed. But now you have Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter hopping on the hype train and talking all kinds of crazy mess. So he apparently posted to his story on Instagram in reaction to this whole situation with Spencer Burford and Jonathan Feliciano, and he had some stuff to say. And now Jonathan Feliciano is responding, and it's getting dark. So I'm just going to kind of let you know this before we get going. And I'm honestly like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Um, but it's a story. It's a story, and that's what we do here. We share with you what's going on around the 49ers. So I'm gonna share it. It's not a little dark, it's a lot dark. And it's kind of messed up. I would say here, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. But let's take a look. So starting off, this is what Jalen Carter posted to his Instagram. Again, in regards to Burford and Feliciano going back and forth. Same dude who spoke on my dead teammate and the reason I was emotional during our game. And so again, this is in relation to Feliciano and the situation going back and forth, whatever. So again, Feliciano or Jalen Carter feels the need to go out here and talk about this. And we get a response from Jonathan Feliciano. And Feliciano says, something that's a lot different than what Carter is discussing. Feliciano says, dude told me he was going to murder me and my kids and would never see me again 3 times because I was laughing at him after getting a flag. I said, I believe you got a body. Then he continued for weeks posting my fam and reaching out to my friends. So, like I said, this is a dark one. This is very dark. And he goes on to say, if you dish it, you got to be able to take it. He talked about my kids. I made that reference. I lost a friend to an accident too, so I understand why he was upset. I did feel bad. Uh, Thought about apologizing until he started posting my kids on his IG. Then I had to get the NFL involved. So this is literally crazy, this whole situation. Um, he posts the pic of Jalen Carter apparently uh, posting him and his kids to his IG story. Um, and all these different types of things. And Jonathan goes on to say, y'all can crap on me for unintentionally backstabbing and hurting Spence. I can take that and deserve some of it, which we've kind of already talked about. Like, again, Feliciano was trying to defend the Colton McKivitz slander. And again, it just unintentionally kind of backfired on Spence because Spence is the one who made the mistake. And he's owned up to that mistake. And it absolutely was Spencer Burford's fault. But again, it was the whole thing started because McKivitz was being blamed for this issue. And so that's the roundabout way. So the thing with the 49ers guys, I think is cleared up. But this situation is absolutely insane. He goes on to say, but um, that JC crap, nah, I'm not actually. I'm not really sure what that means. Um, but he says, dude wanted to take it to the streets. Nah, I'm too old for that. and we're in the NFL. We got too much to live for. All I'm trying to do is grow old on my fam. So again, like I said, this got dark really, really quickly. Really quickly. And apparently, there's some issues now here going on with Jalen Carter and Feliciano that's now becoming public because of the whole this offseason. We're in day two. We're in day two of the offseason. We're in day two of the offseason. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely nuts. Um, to be honest, like I would have to side. I would have to definitely side with Feliciano on this matter. Again, I don't know what was said during the game. I don't know. I don't have that context, but I do know players say some wild stuff out there on that field, and Jalen Carter just strikes me as one of those guys who probably would say some stuff like that. And again, again, this is an assumption. It's technically a judgment. I don't know the guy. All I know is, for the thing that Feliciano was talking about and how he's had character concerns and red flags and all that stuff heading into the draft. And obviously, Feliciano showed some receipts of, um, Jalen Carter, like obviously antagonizing him and tagging him with posts of his kids. Like, that I would say that's crossing a line. And so that also kind of ties into what Feliciano was saying. So listen, listen, I from what I know of Feliciano, again, a guy that I've talked to multiple times now, I don't necessarily think of him as a bad character guy. I think of him as a guy who speaks his mind. I think of him as a guy who doesn't feel he needs to sugarcoat anything for anyone. Um, so that's it. And that could absolutely piss some people off, like maybe a Jalen Carter who's playing against him and talking crap, and you know he slings it back, and then all of a sudden, Felice, and then Carter didn't like. I don't know. I'm not here to speak on who said he said she. I don't know. I don't know. I just find this whole situation to be wild. It's wild. I would. Well, and again, what's crazy is we're not talking about any of this. We're not talking about any of this with the 49ers W. We're probably maybe even doing the parade right now. So again, it's dark. It's a dark situation. It's dark. Um it's just it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. It's obviously a weird vibe because the 49ers lost, and we know how much, of a struggle that is. So this whole thing, man, this whole thing is just it's wild. It's absolutely wild. But what do you guys think about this crazy situation? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.